All right, let's go ahead and line it up. So, Mrs. Gasca, Mr. Daniel, Mr. Giles. Let's see. Well, actually, how do I want to do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so let's have adult black belts on this side, junior black belts on this side, and senior reds on this side. So, yeah, I'm gonna put Isaiah here. So, yeah, so you're gonna be back. Jason, scoot up, and then Virginia right here. Yeah. All right, chin up. Face flags. 고개를 경례. Turn to face parents, please. 부모님께 경례. Turn to face me. chin up. 사부님께 경례. 안녕하십니까? 도장은 하나, 둘, 셋. 정신으로도. All right, let's warm it up. Hands on the hips. Turn and hold your neck to the left side. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Other side. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Chin down into the chest, please. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And interlock your hands together. Waist rotations. 2 counts to the left, 2 counts to the right. Ready? 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 둘, 둘, 셋, 넷, 셋, 둘, 셋, 넷, 넷, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 둘, 셋, 넷, 여섯, 둘, 셋, 넷, 일곱, 둘, 셋, 넷, 여덟, 둘, 셋, 넷, 아홉, 둘, 셋, 넷, 열, 둘, 셋. And feet together now, hands on the knees, rotate your knees. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Other way. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Spread the feet 2 shoulder widths apart. Face right. Touch your head to your leg and hold. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And up. Keep facing that right side. You're going to bend your left knee and sit down. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And up. Turn to the left this time. Try and touch your head to your knee. Ready? 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And up. Continue facing that left side. Once again, bend your right knee. Keep the left leg straight and sit and hold. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And up. Son, keep those feet 2 shoulders apart. Stretch forward and try to get the elbows down toward the ground. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And all right, sit down, legs open up as wide as you can. Turn to the left, reach over with that right hand and grab your toes. Hand up. Good. Set. Net. Set. Set. Here we go. Yay. Hop. Yay. And up to the other side, same thing. Hana. Good. Set. Net. Set. Set. Here we go. Yay. Hop. Yay. And up to the middle now. Stretch forward. Hana. 둘. Set. Net. 여섯. 여섯. 일곱. 여덟. 아홉. 열. And up. Feet together, legs straight out in front. Reach forward and grab your toes and pull your toes back. Try to lift your heels up off the ground if you can. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And relax. Curl your toes down now. Stretch forward again. Reach on the outside and try and grab your heels. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And up. Bottoms of the feet together now. Butterfly stretch. Try and push those knees all the way to the floor. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And up. Good. All right, stand up, please. Turn around and fix your toe books. Shake out the legs just a little bit. All right, from here, let's go ahead and kind of, let's put right leg in front. So turn sideways like you're facing the front of the school. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to work on extension of the side kick and the pivot at the same time. So what you're going to do is you're going to lift your right knee straight up. So once you lift it up, you're going to push forward. As you push forward, you'll pivot and then retract the foot, right, without repivoting, and then reset. Okay, so it's going to be this motion and then reset. Okay, one. Make sure, turn your head over your shoulder. That's the key, right? In class, we do this rotation just specifically for this reason. A lot of times, if we can't turn our head all the way over, we compromise, we adjust our body to accommodate us being able to see sideways. And when we do that, when the shoulder comes out, that causes our hip to come out, which means that we get this little crooked. If I'm looking down at your side kick, the hip is sticking out, the leg is kind of coming in. It looks kind of like a V type of shape or a C type of shape. So what we're trying to do is trying to stay upright. So all you're doing from here is once you're up, you're just going to pivot and push forward. So try to keep the hip from, or try to keep your shoulders from leaning forward as you do this exercise. Try to stay upright and look over your shoulder. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the timer. You're just going to work on the one side for a little bit. Okay. Ready? Shijuk. You don't need to kick high. All right. Just extension, pull it in, and then don't re-pivot when you pull in. That's the key. So the retraction piece, it should go out the exact same way, or it should come back in the same way as it goes out, right? So when you pull back, you want the heel out in front still. Okay, don't let the heel come down. Add a little speed to it. That way you can get a little thrust and snap. I want you to hear that uniform. I want to hear your uniform pant kind of snap that kick out. All right. And as you get comfortable with it, increase the speed of your thrust. That's what's going to give you the power. All right. So the faster you get your heel from point A to point B, point A being the lift position, to point B, that's what's going to give you your power. And so you tend to kind of so you here, always do this. So you're going to find yourself losing your balance on occasion. So trying to get you to kind of stay there. Yeah, that's the hard part. So once you're fully extended, here. Exactly. Yes. Symmetry. So. See, it's got to work together, Sabina. Okay. So you're like this, and then you're doing this. This and the push occur at the same time. Okay. That's what you have to work on. Now you want to lift your toes. Yes. Because if you don't lift your toes, then what's going to happen is that when you thrust out, all right, if you try to adjust here, it's too late. All right. That's when, like, if I have you kicking on a bag, your toes will always hit first instead of the heel. I want the heel to hit the bag. You see, you're repivoting. So when you pull back, you're doing this, and that's why you're falling over. You should be able to, bam, bam. All right, hold it there and come back. No pause, just. No. Yep, you just got to get that bottom foot, sir. You got to get this going, yep. Remember, the key is we want that bottom foot, your left foot, to face the mirror. That's critical. To maximize the power in your side kick, reverse side kick, skip side kick, any of the side kicks. Want to make sure that base leg is turned all the way. It's better, much better. It's all about building our technique, kind of getting some of the quirks and some of our little hiccups that we have and making these techniques better. As you're practicing this, you don't need to kick high at all. If you want to, that's fine, if you feel comfortable, all right? But kicking low is better to really get that technique really good. Just keep working that side. We'll get to the other side. Other side will get a little bit of love too, so. So make sure that you're lifting your toes, because if you don't lift your toes, you will find that your ankle is very loose. right? You'll have the noodle foot kind of thing going, right? Where it kind of wiggles when you kick because you're not concentrating on the toe lift. The toe lift tightens up all your muscles so that you're pushing with the heel. All right, shake it out, walk it out. Foot up. Yeah. Well, once again, the more limber you are, the easier, the higher you can do this, right? And that's side splits and middle splits, you know. So the youngsters will always have an easier time than the old ones. So the Geritol group, as I say, right? Ready, Shijuk. The golden oldies, the AARP group, right? So for most of you, this is probably the not so good leg for most, right? Because the majority of people tend to be right-handed. And so the right leg is always easier than the left for most. For most. All right. See? That's why you keep falling back. See, when you pull back in, you drop. It comes out. I know. Call it what you want. It's not gonna, calling it names doesn't help it any. Of course. So instead of kicking high, go ahead and kick down. So from here, just work. Yes. Yeah, see, you're still trying to lift. You're trying to bring it up, and so you're always going to keep losing that balance. So just from here, that way you get this motion down because that's what you're struggling because what's happening when you're doing it is here when you push, it's almost like you're trying to lift the knee. So from here, if you just concentrate on just pushing it down, straight down, that'll help. You can bring it up high, and, yes, and just work on the push down. Yeah, just kick down. Kick down. There you go. Good.
1 out of 4.
It's all right. 25% is not bad. Yep. Same time, Mr. Jason, right? Yeah. Same time. Boom. Stop talking. Just focus. See, your foot's wiggling. All right. Don't worry about what she's doing. All right. You have your problem, share a problem, so you go fix through. Same time. Pivot and extension at same time. You pivot fast and then you kick them slow. We want the pivot and the extension to occur at the exact same time. Don't hop, right? Just pivot. Once again, as you guys, obviously the heart rate goes up a little bit. If you need to bring that mouth or the mask covering just underneath your nose to help you breathe, please do so. I'm going to have the doors open, trying to get some air circulating in here. Try not to hold your breath either. All right, kind of exhale out as you push. And once again, though, if for some of you guys, if this is really easy for you, this movement's easy for you, then that's fine. Hold it, right? Build some leg strength and hold it for 1 or 2 seconds before you pull it back. Yeah.
I think, and yeah, I think it's like not flexible enough
Mm-hmm.
in that bendy position.
Yeah, so once again, bring it down. So, just kind of work on this motion here. A lot of times, yeah, we overcorrect with the shoulder. Yeah, exactly. Yep. All right, walk it out a little bit. We're going to do one more set. I want you to pick whichever side wasn't good, and we'll do it again. All right. If you're a lefty, chances are your right leg wasn't as good. If you're a righty, chances are your left leg wasn't good. All right, your choice. Okay. All right, Shijak. One more set. Balance. All right. And black belt, right? Black belts should have good balance. It's all about the technique. Go ahead. There you go. Try to get the pivot, yeah. Yeah, because what happens a lot of times though is when you do the pivot, you allow the upper body to change. And so this is where here, what we're trying to do is from here, right? We're not trying to do this and then this, right? Because then that's where your balance comes off. Yeah. So what we're trying to do is here. Yeah. So all we're doing is from here, the knee is tilting on the pivot, right? So this should not change. That's the key. So, and you can do it one of two ways. You can look at it this way if you want it to come up a little bit closer and then just kind of see what your shoulder's doing this way, just staring at the mirror.
Well, I can tell if it's not all.
Yes. Yeah. Better. Yep. You almost have to retrain yourself because that's a habit. You've been doing that for how long? Probably since you started doing side kicks. Oh, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, you don't want to, on a back kick, you don't want to rotate through like a reverse side kick because then you expose target from a sparring standpoint. Yeah, see, you pivot and then you extend. Do the pivot at the same time. Yes, that's better.
On this side, I don't relax much, so my pivot isn't.
That's smooth.
I'm more tense. I like less.
So once again, just focus on the breathing. Right? So you inhale as you lift, exhale as you go out. That'll help relax you. 이거 발 올려야 돼요. 발가락 올려야 돼요. 왜냐면요, 여기서 가만히 있으면 앞으로 나오면서 이거 발가락 앞으로 나와요. 이렇게. 예. 이거 테이프 줄게요. 그렇게요. 예. 괜찮아. 지금은 괜찮아. 이게 올리지 마. 여기 네. 올리면서 저게 내려. 네. 네. Yeah, you want to repivot. And what we're trying to do is help you to be in better balance so that you're going to find, hopefully, as you're throwing side kicks in your forms, doing your king combinations, you're going to find, okay, if I keep doing it this way, I have better balance than what I was doing. All right. See, you're kicking here. You're kicking here instead of here. Okay. So you're not accelerating into the kick. You pivot and then you start your kick after. Pivot and kick same time. Pivot and kick same time. Yeah. See, that's what you have to do more of. Your timing's always off on that. All right, take a break. Take a break. Hip flexors, yeah. Back, shoulder, traps.
Like stand here.
Yeah. Don't be discouraged by any means. Right? Different people are at different levels. Right? As a black belt, our focus is trying to improve the technique. Right? Trying to follow what the technique is. I want you to do this so like when you're teaching someone, when you see someone doing it and you're trying to help them with their side kick, right? These are the things that you want to look at. Are they pivoting? Are they, leaning? We want to be upright, right? The only thing that should be moving is lower body, right? So stretching helps. The more limber we are, the higher we can kick without having to lean or adjust our body. So most everyone is okay with Kwang. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through it in detail. I want to kind of walk through it in detail just a little bit. So front row, go ahead and take a step back. Back row, make sure you're on the black, red, and blue, or red and blue line. All right. So from here, chumbi. So you're going to come up and push upward, right? Your feet should be as wide as your normal chumbi stance or your parallel stance. Your fingertips are together. All right. So make sure that the fingers aren't apart at all. Right? Fingers together. Okay. From here, you're going to balance on your right leg and pull open and apart. 1, 2, all right? And this is slow, between 5 and 7 seconds or so. And this is what we call closed stance B. So you have A stance, right, like in Churchang, right? This one's B stance. So this is at belt level. So in Churchang, when you do the A stance, right, it's about 12 inches away from your nose or chin, all right? This one's about 6 inches away from your belt knot. All right. So from here now, you're going to lead with your left shoulder, stand in a front stance, slow uppercut motion. And this is going into the stomach. So kind of think, go stomach and then up into the chest. Okay. All right. And then chamber 2. Okay. From here, left foot steps in, and then bring your right hand up by your right shoulder, hooking block. 1, front stance. Okay, so make sure we don't want the hand out here. We want the hand lined up with that stance. You're going to just turn your wrist and make a C. Okay. All right, and then from here, step back, low double knife hand guarding block, back stance. All right, then same thing. You'll step in, 1, 2, hook, 1. And then you'll step back, 2, back stance. All right, then you're going to go into your tiger stance, 1. All right, so make sure the front foot is straight, back foot is almost straight forward. And 2, tiger stance. Okay? So once again, our tiger stance is about 2 foot lengths deep. Okay? All right. Then from here, you'll step forward with your left leg, and then you'll bring your right leg forward and turn to your left. All right, so from here, it's a two-step turn. Step, step, and slow scooping block. So this should come up. The scooping block motion should be flat, parallel with the ground, up at shoulder height. Okay. So 1, wrist is going to be bent, right? And then step 2, right? The big circle, bring it down and around. Okay. Bring your left foot in to the right. Hands come up and around, right? Your knife hand. Basically, it's your right knife hand hitting into your left palm, just like in Koryo. You do the hammer fist. This one's the knife hand. So you'll key up here, right? Then from here, just staying in place. Double side kick to your left, right? Then when you land, back stance, knife hand strike. So you want the elbow to be bent. This is going to be at neck level. So your left hand is grabbing your opponent, pulling him in. Your right hand does that neck strike in the back stance position. Then you'll bring it in, keep your hand right there. Feet together, close stance, and downward hammer fist to the left. Then we'll do the same thing to the right. So double side kick to the right. All right, and then right hand grabs, pull them in, left knife hand strike. All right, and then bring the right leg into the left, downward hammer fist one. And so this should be at shoulder level, just like in, right, in Taekwondo. Then your left foot's going to step forward into front stance, pressing block. So right hand's going to come down, left hand's going to come up. When you press, imagine that the palms of your hand are almost getting ready to push on each other and go right past it in the rotation, and then come straight up and down. Okay? So from a side view, right, they're on the same line. Okay? Same vertical line, just sideways, right? So right hand is going to be same level as your right leg. So we don't want it where they're on top of each other. We want them as wide as your shoulder. Okay? So you're pressing block 1. And the way you remember this is the lower hand needs to be with the leg that's in the back. Okay? You don't press down onto the front leg. Okay, here. And then step forward and do it again too. Okay, so now from here, you're going to step back with your right leg in a stomping motion. So you're going to lift and stomp side back fist. Hana! So this is a back stance, temple level strike. Back fist. Then from here, you're going to shift into a front stance. So you're going to shift wide. Okay, once again, this is ITF. Wide stances, traditional. So you're going to go wide, and you're going to do a reinforcement block. So this is an inside out block motion, right? So you're coming this way, and then the other hand comes across by the elbow, 1. Okay? And then from here, you're going to just shift back a half step, right? And left hand goes straight into a low block. Okay? All right, and then spear thrust strike to the eyes. Okay? And then we're going to turn to the left. So left, stomp back fist, back stance. Side back fist strike to the eye level. Then you're going to shift with your left leg out wide. Reinforcement block 2, front stance. Then you're going to shift back a half step. Right down block set, keeping your left hand right where it's at. And then net. Slow spear thrust, front stance to the eyes. Eye level. Okay, and then from here, you're going to do a twin face punch. So step forward, stomp, twin face punch. And then from here, turn to your left, stomp, twin upset punch. So this is like Chirchang. In Chirchang, when you do the back cross stance, right? It's the same here. Okay. And then from here, we're going to do a front kick. We're going to put it down. So step forward and then turn with your left foot. Double knife hand guarding block 1. back stance. And then you'll step forward, front stance, high punch. Okay, and then once again, come 1, 2, twin upset punch, front kick, step forward, put it down, turn, double knife hand guarding block. And then step forward, high punch and key up. Hi-ya! Right foot should be where you started, left foot returns to your Jumbe position. Your open heaven hand stance up high. Okay? All right, a lot of details. Conceptually, it's different. It's going to be different. You're going to do things differently than you do for the WT Pumses. So your transitions are going to be wide instead of narrow and forward. Okay? All right, I'm going to let you work on that just a little bit. If you have any questions, raise your hand. Miss Addie, since you haven't learned this one, go ahead and work on your WT Pumses. That's fine. Okay? Ready? Go ahead. Miss Virginia, scoot back, please. So don't run into Dason, because Dason doesn't like people running into him. He gets very mad. He gets very violent. Mm-hmm. Step up, cat stance, and you have to do your 2 cat stances. All right, so that's all right. So 1. Oh, sorry. So from here, you're gonna step up 1, 2, then step. There. And then you'll do it again. Step up, scoop. Come up, and then, yep. It goes quick. This one's not slow like Cordio. It's just boom. And then your double side kick to the left. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. So from here, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5, 6, 7, 8. Tiger stance. So step up, tiger stance. 1, 2. And then step, turn, scoop. Step, scoop. And then key up. No, did you do your double side kick? Okay, double side and then grab, pull, downward hammer fist. And then other side, same thing. To the right. Yep. And then downward hammer fist. And then step, pressing block, and step, pressing block. And 2, yep. Why don't you do it up to there and then we'll add. Let's do it up in little segments. That's good.
Is this a lift?
It is a lift. Yes, there'll be a lift at the end. So you break it. On closing. Yep. And this is quick. So here, quick. This hand grips. Yeah, like that. And then hammer fist. There you go. Pressing.
Then it's
1.
right.
And then correct. So after you kick, put it down, step forward, and turn. Yes. Just regular high. This is the normal high one. And then high punch. Boom. Correct. And then do the same thing. So you'll kick, step forward and turn. There you go. Good. And high punch. Good. Just lots of turns. So, no. Up to stomach. Go into the stomach and up to the chest. Correct.
It's not slow, I know.
It's all right.
It's slow.
Yep. Grab. And hammer. Yep. The other side. 1, 2. Yep.
From there, you're doing.
Press.
So when you start,
Yeah, fine. Yep. 1 and 2. Okay. So now from there, nope, from there. Now you stomp to the right. Back fist. Reinforcement.
stance.
And then 2. And then 3. And we'll do the same thing to the left.
Go on this one slow.
Kind of. And then 1, 2, 3. And 4.
That's 2/3 of the way almost.
No, that's 3/4.
Huh?
That's 3/4.
3/4?
Uh-huh.
When you get punched.
Nah, it's all right.
When you start here, sir, when you should be, you just.
No, from here, chumbi. Your chumbi is this. Don't do it like this, Daisy. Remember, it's up. Koryo. It's not koryo. I know. See, people who don't have good balance, they do that quick. They go here, right? Instead of, right? Because they don't have good balance to be able to control everything, right? All right, so.
So we'll take those. Let's do about 4 seconds.
Yeah.
And then all
Just a
the way
minute.
down.
It's quick. Oh no, this at the very beginning. Yeah, but between between 5 to 8 seconds, roughly. Just depends on the person. See, the one thing about ITF is you'll notice if you know the color belt forms in ITF, they are all timed. Every color belt form is timed. Right? Every color belt form takes between 25 to 45 seconds. Right? And that's for standardization. When you get to the black belt level, there are no times, which means that ITF wants you to kind of make this form a little bit of your own, so to add your own flavor to it. So certain areas, if you want to speed it up, right, you can. If you want to slow areas down, you can. You have the flexibility because there's no time frame.
Have you added reduced time in certain things?
Yeah, I have.
Here and there?
Yeah. Like my instructor changed some things in some of the forms where instead of like a side kick, he would do it as a jumping side kick to add more difficulty. Yep. Yeah. So, all right, another minute and we'll finish up. Mhm.
You want to do the wrong hand on that. It's right.
Yeah, it's all right. Once again, phase one of learning, just kind of get the movements down. Which way do I turn? If the hands are wrong, it's not horribly bad. As long as you got the general gist of it.
George.
Mm-hmm. All right, once you get done this time around, we're going to informally end. So if you're done and your right is here, you are welcome to leave. Or you can stick around and practice a little bit more. It's up to you. Your right is here, Jason. I just saw your dad pull in, so he's over there. So. Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some people will go straight into it. Yeah.
But it's slow.
Mm-hmm. Some people do it quick though too. I've seen it. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. So. See you, Mr. Jason. So, yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, do a foot sweep. Yeah, you trip him. That's good, Mr. Hammer. Nice. Combat forms. Yeah, right. Combat forms.
Blindfolded.
Now we're gonna have you go back to back, and then you guys have to go full speed, full power, no pulling back. See who wins, or make you go side to side and do it. Full contact forms next class.